Hopefully this means I can actually go and, like, deal with all of the items I have, because I have a lot of them. Like, a lot of them. I need to sell some stuff. This is... Ugh. What? Xoren, where? Come on. Isn't this where I met you? It's like that beach, so this means... Could it be? No, it is! We're in the past! We made it back to our world! Yes! We made it! Ugh. Hey, Grovile! Look! We made it home! Back to our world! So, we did it. We made it through. Back to this world. Yes! This is where I met Xoren. Let's see. I think it was right here. This is where I found Xoren out cold. We don't really need to do this. So that's what happened. That trip through time sent me to the Eastern Forest, and Xoren and I both reached your world far away from each other. Oh, that's right. There's a lot I don't understand. The whole concept of time travel, you and me both, buddy. Will you please explain it to us? This isn't really the place to talk, so let's go to Wigglytuff's Guild and talk there. Before I went to the future, we trained and roomed there. It'll be the perfect place. Let's go to Wigglytuff's Guild. Hold on. Will I be received if I go to the guild? After all, I'm a wanted outlaw in this world. If I went to your guild, won't everyone be shocked? Don't you think they'd try to capture me? Come to think of it, you're right. What to do? Maybe explain it to them. Oh, I know. Here's a good place, but it'll involve going through Treasure Town. It shouldn't be a problem if we lie low and sneak through. Lead the way. Alright, it's this way. Ooh. Sharpedo Mountain or Sharpedo Cave or something? Oh, I didn't even notice that was a Sharpedo. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. This cliff is known as Sharpedo Bluff. Sharpedo Bluff? Yes, I think the name comes from the fact that the cliff itself is shaped like Sharpedo. As far as I can tell, nothing seems out of the ordinary. It's down here. I lived here before I joined the guild, so go in. I see. This is a hollow chamber in the face of a cliff. Whew. I'm glad no one wrecked this place. That's proof of how little notice this place attracts. It may be better that we stay here for the time being. Agreed. But, Xoren, I never expected you to be that very same Xoren. Grovile, can you tell us more about that? Yes, Xoren and we were jointly investigating the planet's paralysis. A Pokemon and a human paired together? Yeah, and Xoren had, or has, a special ability like no other. We relied on that special ability to investigate the planet's paralysis. It played a vital part. By special ability, you mean the Dimensional Scream, don't you? Exactly. But the Dimensional Scream has a drawback. The Dimensional Scream requires the presence of a trusted Pokemon partner. Without that partner, the ability cannot be triggered. A trusted partner? That's why we work together. Oh, excuse me. The Dimensional Scream is set off by triggers tied to places where time gears are hidden. We need to find out where the time gears were in the past, so we needed the Dimensional Scream to accomplish that. Wait a second. You said there has to be a trusted partner nearby for the Dimensional Scream to work. But the Dimensional Scream was being triggered not long after we met. Come on, man. Your point? Doesn't that show how much you two trusted each other from the start? When you put it like that, it's a little embarrassing. In addition, Xoren developed amnesia. Upon meeting you, your partner had someone to turn to. Perhaps Xoren grew to trust you very quickly because of that. Oh, there's another thing I don't understand. Is the Dimensional Scream triggered in response to only time gears? Right, the opposite is also true. The Dimensional Scream is not triggered in places that aren't connected to time gears, so there's one in Treasure Town. Really? It's not how I remember it. Listen, Xoren, do you remember that time it went off near Drowsy? And during our first exploration? And there were other times, too. It went to places that seemed to have nothing to do with time gears. But even in places like that, the Dimensional Scream is triggered sometimes. No, they're just all places with time gears. Are you sure? But that never happened in the future. The dimensional scream was never triggered by places that had no tie to time gears whatsoever. Well, if it's true, I don't know why it would work differently here. Perhaps things are just different in this world. It's literally just the past. Perhaps the nature of the dimensional scream is altered in the past. So in the future, the dimensional scream doesn't work in place. Yeah, okay. I'm still betting on there being one in Treasure Town and one through that tiny little hole that Drowsy wanted Azumarill to go through. Or not Azumarill, Azurill. Yeah. Okay, we understand. Yeah, we get it. No, he's not. Anyway, like I was saying, we were investigating the planet's paralysis. We used the dimensional scream ability to identify locations of time gears in your world while we were in the future. That's it. Here. A time gear is here. Yeah, okay. Got it. I see. After identifying the locations where time gears would be in the past, we took the passage of time. That brought us from our world in your future to this world. However... Yeah. This is the beginning. We encountered turbulence while traveling through time. Thus, Xoren and I became separated. For some reason, Xoren got amnesia and was turned into a Pokemon. I can only guess it had something to do with our accident while traveling in time. I came from the future? And not just that, I came with the mission of preventing the planet's paralysis. I don't know, it seems so outlandish. It doesn't feel real somehow. I mean, I wouldn't believe it. Well, I mean, that's not true. In this circumstance, I totally would believe it, but it would be kind of nuts. So, Xoren, you may not remember any of this, but you were my closest friend. I worried about you when we were separated. I'm glad to see you're safe. Your appearance might have changed, and though you have lost your memory, you're still you. And none of this alters the fact that you remain my friend. Oh, Xoren, I'm glad to see you again. I don't feel the same way. I don't know who you are. Now, we have to decide on a course of action. Like I've told you before, I'm collecting the time gears again. What are you going to do? I'm a little worried about how time stops in the region where its time gear is removed, but you're sure that'll only be temporary? That's right. As soon as the time gears are set in Temporal Tower, time will be restored to its normal state everywhere. Well then, we'll go too. We'll go with you, Grovyle. Taking a time gear will badly affect the Pokemon that live in that area. We have to prevent the planet's paralysis. Okay, we'll go together. But the hour is late. We're also exhausted from all the running we've done. We should rest up and leave in the morning. Puppy isn't here. Maybe outside. What's the matter? Can't sleep? Yeah, just thinking. Thinking about Dusknoir. No, that's not it. Sure, finding out we're being deceived is coming as a real shock, but hearing your story earlier, it really drove it home what Dusknoir said of the future was really true, and it made me realize Xoren did come from the future. I was mulling over things like that. Hey, look, Grovyle. Sunlight. Sunlight, it's sunrise. It's pretty, isn't it? Yes. Oh, excuse me. Maybe it's because we were in the future for so long, but I didn't think a sunrise could ever feel so renewing. The sun rises, then it sets. We take that for granted, and that's only natural, but the things we take for granted, they're really the most essential things, and they're precious. All I've ever known in the future is a world of darkness. Upon coming to this world and seeing the sun for the first time, it was staggering. Seeing it strengthened my resolve to turn history away from a future of darkness. There is one thing I wanted to ask of you. It's about that time in the future, when we were confronted by Dialga. Frankly, we were in a no-win situation. There was no hope. We don't need a cutscene. We just did it. Like, even if you were accounting for the fact that people probably wouldn't be, sitting down and playing for as long as I do in one sitting, I feel like these two would be pretty close to each other. But when all seemed lost, you refused to give up. Even I had given up. What compelled you? How did you manage to stay so strong? Well, I wonder too. I really don't know. But maybe it was because Xoren stood by me. Xoren, take a look at this. This, what could it be? There's an odd pattern inscribed on it. I legit forgot this existed. I've never seen anything like it. This pattern is new to me. This is my relic fragment. It's my personal treasure. I have this dream of one day solving the mystery behind it. But I was such a coward, I couldn't work up the courage to go to the guild and apply as an apprentice. It was then that I met Xoren. Yeah, Xoren was always there to cheer me up, and... Okay, you don't have to interrupt. I mean, you know what? Fine. It's actually fine here, because it's supposed to be a character development montage, which is fine. It all gave me courage. With Xoren, I felt like I could overcome any challenge. That's how I came to feel over time. Maybe that's why I was able to keep going without giving up. Alright, I think I understand what you're saying. Yes, Xoren has a special quality that makes others feel that way. Same way I care for him as a friend. You also feel that way about him. Xoren is lucky to be blessed with a friend like you. Well, it's morning. We should be leaving soon. Yes. Alright, it's agreed that we will collect all of the time gears. First, we have to decide which time gear we should target. Let's check the Wonder Map. From here, the underground lake would be the closest. How about Tree Shroud Forest? That's where I got my first time gear the last time. Where's that? Here. It's a little far from here, but there's no one like Uxie guarding that time gear. Oh, great! If we were to fight someone over a time gear, that would attract attention. But that wouldn't be a concern here, right? Exactly. That's it, then. That's where we're going. Onward to Tree Shroud Forest. Why would we not tell anybody at the guild about this? What, we don't even get to stop? This is it. This is the entrance to Tree Shroud Forest. Oh? What is it, Grovile? The atmosphere somehow feels different than last time. No, I must be imagining it. We'll go in when you're ready. Can I... Seriously? Oh my god. I still have to work with... Oh my god. How long do I have to do this? I want to sell items. Okay.